Yo. We here. We are back. We are live. We are lit. This is episode 77 of the Slick Talk with Scalez podcast. You know what the fuck going on. You know what they saying? The streets. Real nigga activities going on right now. You are now locked in and tuned in with the hottest podcast on this side of the Mississippi. You dig? The Slick Talk with Scalez podcast. If you're just tuning in on Facebook, please share for me, please, everywhere that you can. Shout out to everyone checking in.
Check. Hey,
from YouTube, everywhere where you can access this. Make sure you check us out. Please share this for me. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, this is episode 77 of the Slick Talk with Scalez podcast. Put me in the game, coach, is the name of this episode. And we are back. We are lit. It's Thursday. You know what I'm saying? The day before the weekend. About to get it started. Shout out Tommy. Got on his Humpty Dance t-shirt. You know what I'm saying? In memory of the homie Shock G. You know what I'm saying?
Man, I bought this at one of the shows that came here at the Red Dot.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And it was the son of Humpty Hump.
For sure.
I don't know who the fuck it was. Money B was there, but whoever the dude playing Humpty wasn't Shock G.
Oh, you got tricked.
Yeah, but there's real merch because I bought it from Money B. So shout out to Money B.
Shout out Money B, man. Yeah, it was real merch. You know, Money B fuck with Scott Knox and the homie DJ New Styles. DJ New Styles is still actually Digital Underground's tour DJ to this day.
Yeah,
right
absolutely.
Now. That's his job. You know,
I'm actually happy to know that I believe Shock G designed. This is his drawing, like literally his drawing.
No, literally his drawing. He was an artist.
He was an artist. I found that out after the fact. I didn't know that.
I just found that out in his death.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So you saw the picture that he got from did he get a Rakim?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I just found that out in his death that he was an artist. They're having his funeral in Florida.
Really?
Yeah, it was somewhere. It wasn't nowhere on the West Coast. It must be like he's originally from, or maybe his parents are originally from, or something. He might be going back to be buried by his parents or something. You know how people do that. So, you know, that might be the process. But yeah, like I said, man, you are now tuned in to the Slick Talk with Scalez podcast. If you're just tuning in on Facebook, please share this for me. Shout out to my YouTube people. Shout out to anybody that is listening to us on a DSP, Apple, iHeartRadio, Amazon, anywhere that you can access us and find us at. Damn, you didn't tag my other page in it. All right, we're going to get into it. Let me introduce the gang. You know what I'm saying? You know who always got riding with me. My dog Don. Say what's up to the people.
Hey, what's happening? Decapitated Seahorse 402 in the house.
What?
Decapitated seahorse.
Decapitated. So
yes.
Seahorse is decapitated?
Apparently, that is my screen name.
Interesting. Yeah, I don't know about that one. Yeah,
wow. Did I just get a one on my screen?
I don't know about that.
I'm so glad I don't pick them. They're random.
You started that shit coming in.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that one, bro. Yeah, and then you came in throwing us off with the Aaron Rodgers vibes.
You barely got your mic turned on today.
Yeah, the niggas celebrating that we about to lose. You know what I'm saying? Our best player and shit.
Lose our Jordan.
Yeah, and he's celebrating.
Our Jordan. Our Jordan wore number 4, sir. Excuse yourself.
Okay. But he ain't here no more, man. It ain't like he's still here.
He old.
Jesus Christ.
He old news now. You
right. He like 54.
Yeah, he like in a wheel. He about to be needing a walker or cane or something. You know
he can still throw the football 65 yards on a dime.
He probably can.
To somebody else.
Yeah, to somebody else. You know what I'm saying? About 6-7 times.
Right.
Even though, you know, I fuck with Favre, but you came in here hating on Rodgers, man. You know what I'm saying? So I got to give you this energy today, my brother. You know what I'm saying? Because this is a sad day in Packerland.
It ain't no sad day.
Yes,
listen, it is Christmas. If they trade this man today,
it's definitely not Christmas. This is the worst Christmas ever. If this is Christmas, my nigga. This shit is horrible right here.
Get this motherfucker out of here.
I don't know what kind of this is not a celebration.
Let us get 4 first-round picks.
In no way, shape, or form. You feel me?
And y'all can have him.
You know what I'm saying?
That nigga said he my bitch, and you said, bless you when you sneeze. You can have him.
No, you can't just have him. We need your whole team.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Hey, that draft cost could be so high, ain't nobody gonna get him.
No. Yes, it is. Shit, San Francisco ready to pay it right now.
I just was telling Don that shit ain't finna go.
Hey, I want everybody on the offensive line.
Want their whole team. Shit, what the fuck is we talking about?
No, they gonna get naked.
Right.
He the reigning MVP.
I want pass players. I want Montana.
He said pass players.
Rice.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
I want George Seifert to come coach.
I want-
You know
I
what
want-
I'm saying?
Wow.
The whole
I want
key.
Haley.
We're bringing Seifert back.
Man, we giving you the best player in football, man. What
Roger
are you talking about
Craig.
here? The man just won MVP. We giving you the fucking current MVP, not the MVP from 2 years ago, 3 years ago. The MVP
Hey.
right now.
Listen, if he'd have ran that touchdown in the NFC Championship game,
Yeah, you know, he's a mark for that.
I'd be
but
mad. I'd be mad right
He
now.
got
I'd be
us
like,
there.
no, we can't let dude go.
He
But
still got us there, so I can't
he's
be
a
mad at him.
loser.
You know what I'm saying? He got us there. You know what I'm saying? So moving on from that conversation, you know, we got the bad bitch on the balcony in the building with us as usual. You know what I'm saying? Say what's up to the people.
Bop.
What's popping, everybody?
Bop.
We took her off camera because she would be doing shit when the song come on. So.
I can't twerk.
It ain't about trying. It's about trying. It's about
All you have to do is bounce your team.
Attempt. You know what I'm saying? You ain't even trying, my nigga.
Right.
I've tried enough, and I know that it's not gonna happen.
It ain't. It's not for you.
Next time your son tell you tell your son to do something he ain't want to try. You know, don't get mad.
He don't want his mama twerking.
So what you doing, juvenile? Come on.
Try.
Right.
What I'm saying is they want me to get up.
Like, what did you do?
They want
What do
me
you
to
do? You
get
just
up and-
stand around?
I was just concerned. Like,
I'm fine dancing in front of my friends, but I'm not gonna get up and dance on this camera, knowing damn well I can't.
You off camera. That's
Off
more reason to
camera.
do
I'm
it.
still not about to do it.
Drop. Yop.
You
off
put on
camera,
some
man.
chingy,
You
I
get
can
this
heel
shit
toe,
too.
but I cannot twerk. Sorry.
You get it too.
Yikes. So, off camera. Speaking of off camera, we got my super producer Ken in the building. Say what's up to the people, my brother.
Say what's up to the people. Hey,
Ain't
what's up?
no more stands.
Uh,
I gotta use one of them big country ones. Oh. I hate them big white ones, dog.
Hey.
So shout out to on TDR. I appreciate the effort, but them shits is whack, my
Hey.
brother.
they was fancy at the store.
Yo, yeah,
They look.
was
Yeah, they
funky.
look good in the
They was
packaging.
funky when the salesman sold.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And you can move them
Yeah,
around.
that
The
shit.
arms are flexible.
Yeah.
Like, oh, word.
That's some bullshit, though.
Yeah.
And then, so today's episode is called "Put Me in the Game, Coach," because we have the lovely Serita, Cassie, Val. You got a lot of names. Caramel Sunday with the Wu-Tang T-shirt on.
Caramel
First of all,
Sunday.
she got me with the Wu-Tang
She had me
ice
at-
cream T-shirt
She
on.
had me at the entrance of the door.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, was she in the video? Now I'm thinking, like, I used to watch Rap City. That was one of my favorite videos. It was some bad
Yeah.
bitches. in
Oh,
that
my God.
video.
Oh my God.
Who can? Where did they get them women from? Like,
New
those
York.
weren't even like regular video chicks
New
all
York.
the time. Like,
Right.
New York.
yeah, I think they really like went to the club
They
like on
pulled-
the
they pulled
weekend
them-
and
yeah,
was
they
like, hey,
did. They
you,
pulled them off.
you,
Actually,
you.
weren't you one?
Yeah, exactly.
I said, where you get that
I
shirt
was
from?
way too young at that point when that was going on.
But
was
yeah, I
in
veered
the-
off. Give it up to our guest. Sarita, the lovely Sarita in the building with us. Say what's up to the people.
What's up, people? How y'all doing? Sarita, aka Cassie versus Serita Val, aka I'm chronically resilient.
I'm chronically
Chronically
resilient.
That's
resilient.
dope.
Give
I
us a
fuck
little
with that.
backstory
That's a
on
better
that.
screen name than mine.
Yeah.
What can I say?
Yeah.
Well, I think we actually kind of, we talked about it a little bit,
A
but I
little
guess
bit.
I'm gonna go
Yeah,
into.
give it to the
You
people
want me
a
to go
little
into
bit,
my
yeah.
whole story? Because we got time today.
Yeah, I mean,
We got time today.
we
Check
money
your
bag
watch.
your
We got
voice.
time
We got
today.
some time
We
today.
go 2 hours.
Okay.
Yeah,
well,
money bag your voice. We got a little
all right,
time.
all right, that's all I need to. That's all I need to hear. So, backing all the way up, about approximately 5 years ago, July 4th, 2016, I was rear-ended by a drunk driver at a stoplight. I was at an area where the speed limit was 25. She was going at least 60.
Shit.
So you can imagine the impact not only on my vehicle, but also on my body.
Yeah.
And from that point on, my body was just basically thrown out of whack. I was a science experiment for about roughly a year, where I was going to everybody under the sun, trying to figure out what was going on. And when that was happening, I saw chiropractors, massage therapists, acupuncture, basically anybody you could think of specialist-wise, I was doing all that. Roughly, I want to say close to a year in, I finally saw an orthopedic surgeon. And he was like, hey, let me go ahead and do some more tests. And I started laughing because I'm like, that's all y'all doing anyways. I'm like, just go ahead and go for it. I got insurance. Go ahead and just do it. So he does another test and discovers that I have bone chip spurs going into my nerve on my shoulder. And the pain that I was having was radiating down my arm into my hand. And I can compare it to like when your foot goes to sleep and you got the pins and needles, but it was staying that way. There was no shaking it off. That was going on that way. Also, too, my hand would sometimes go numb. I would drop stuff. I'm right-handed. Then I also had pain going in my upper back into my neck and then start going into my joints. And so that's why they're like, okay, we don't know what's going on. But he's like, all right, we're going to go ahead and do surgery. Once we do the surgery, you should be fine. And I'm like, okay. So at that point, I was already on about 8 medications, on a daily basis to try to calm the pain. Of course, as you can tell, wasn't working. So I called my mom. My mom was a retired nurse, and she was a retired orthopedic nurse. And my parents stay in Florida. So I'm like, hey, Mom, this is what they're saying. I don't want to do this. And she's like, you have to do this. She's like, I wouldn't tell you otherwise. Like, you need to go ahead and do this. She's like, I'll come up, take care of you while you're recovering. I'm like, cool, fine. Mom's going to be here. Cool. Well, about roughly 3 weeks before my surgery, my mother passes away unexpectedly.
Oh my God.
And luckily I got to be down there for the last 3 days. So I actually was with her, I watched her transition and everything. Had to plan the funeral because I'm an only child and my parents are married for 54 years. He basically checked out. He was like, I was with your mom, for more than half of my life. Exactly. I'm done. You just tell me where to sign. So I'm like, all right. So I had to kind of like put my grieving and everything on pause and just go ahead and do everything. Come back up here, grab my kids, bring them down, and do all that. Then come back up here, have the surgery. And I come out of the anesthesia and everything. And of course, ridiculous amount of pain, worse than I was even having before the surgery. And I'm like, okay, y'all told me I was like, I get it. I'm supposed to have some pain from surgery, but this is ridiculous. So they put me on, I was on morphine, hydrocodone, oxycodone, all these at the same time. I go home, take these. And what was crazy is my ex was living with me at the time. And he used to work because this is the crazy part of the story. So he used to work like 9 to 6. So he left the house. I took my meds. I'm at the house hallucinating, like straight hallucination. Like I hallucinated that my mom was in my kitchen washing dishes, cleaning my house up because I couldn't do it. And I'm up there like, having a whole conversation. She ain't saying nothing to me. I'm like, okay, this is insane. He comes home. I'm like, oh, you came here for lunch? He's like, dude, it's like 7 o'clock. What you mean? I'm like, 7 o'clock? I'm like, I was gone the whole entire day. And then on top of that, so then I jumped about the bed and I ran down my stairs because I'm like, let me see, because my mother was cremated. And so I have her urn. My dad has the other urn. And I looked and she was on my mantle. Of course, I broke down. And I'm like, all right. So I called my doctor's office. I said, we ain't doing this. You got to tell me like how I get off this shit because I'm not doing this.
Facts.
So did that. And I had to go back into physical therapy. And I actually had to relearn how to use my right hand because I actually lost all motor functions in my right hand. So like anything that you could think of, like I couldn't do none of this stuff. Couldn't brush my teeth, comb my hair, anything. Did all that. Still was in a lot of pain. Got graduated off physical therapy and they told me I can't do anything else more for you. I got to put you in the pain management protocol. And I like to joke and say pain management protocol is basically just, here's a new set of pills. Because now at this point, I was on 15 medications on a daily basis. Jesus. And I gained about roughly 50 pounds as well, too, because I went from being a person that worked out like 6 days a week to now nothing because I was in so much pain. And so went through that and going through that, I'm like, okay, something else really has to give. I'm a mother of 3 kids. My son was in high school at the time playing football. I was a football mom, used to doing that. My girls was like, elementary school, middle school. And they're like, Mom, what's going on? Like, you used to be that person that would like go with us to the park. You go skating with us, you go do this and that. I'm like, you're not doing anything. You just like there. And I was honestly like Weekend at Bernie's. You prop me up, move me around. And that's basically what was going on. And so one day after I dropped my girls off to school, I get home and I'm like, I can't do this no more. I can't. At this point, I'm dealing with anxiety. I'm dealing with depression. And now I'm at the point of being suicidal. And I just lay down in the bed and I said, God, and I just start praying and meditating. And all of a sudden my phone beeps. And I'm like, message? No, that's a message. All this stuff that these doctors and all these different specialists are telling you, you've never Googled nothing. You Google everything else, like all this other stuff. Why aren't you doing that? So I'm like, okay, let me just go ahead and start Googling. I went ahead and started Googling. And I started finding out all these different things that none of these doctors were telling me about. Like no one is talking to me about my nutrition. No one's talking to me about my stress management. No one's talking to me about how I'm sleeping. No one's talking to me about, your mom just died. Like you just like had all these like things going on. No one's talking to me about any of this stuff. And so I'm like, okay. I took up from the pain management, they give you your own therapist. So I went ahead and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do this because I already got all this other stuff going on. I'm like, Pandora's box is cracking open. It's like everything's trying to come out. Let me go ahead and figure out what I can do. So I started working with a therapist. And the first time I went to go see her, I said to her, I'm like, I hope you got your waders on. And she's like, what do you mean waders? What do I need waders for? I'm like, because we got a whole lot of shit to go through. So if you got it, I'm like, we're good. And she just started cracking up. And she was like, you're fun. She's like, you're funny. She's like, this is going to be fun. I said, you know what? I said, honestly, I have to laugh to stop from crying. I was crying all day, every day, like something else has to give. And so I started working with her. Then I decided, okay, let me look at my nutrition. So I went gluten-free, dairy-free, anti-inflammatory. You see, I got my water here. They ain't paying me yet. They in my DMs. We'll talk about that later. Yeah. So, but I drinking my alkaline water and everything. And then I'm like, okay, let me go ahead and look at my stress. Like I mentioned, no one was talking about stress management. So I went ahead, started journaling, started meditating. Then I also was like not getting enough sleep. So I'm like, what do I got to do there? So I started looking at different strategies for me to go to sleep. And then, like I said, also to doing movement because, like I said, wasn't working out at all. So I started walking like just 5 minutes at a time, and just kind of built myself up to finally like be straight up like working out. And so in about roughly a 4-month time frame, I was able to actually drop the 50 pounds, get off all the medications. And my doctors were looking at me like, what did you do? And I'm like, what y'all didn't tell me to do. Like I took it upon myself because I was like, you know what? Y'all had me as being a science experiment. Exactly. I'm taking over the science experiment and I'm gonna go ahead and do this for myself. That's what's up. And so after I did that, I'm like, okay, what can I do to help other people? Because I ended up being diagnosed with fibromyalgia, myofascial pain syndrome, which is just a fancy way of saying chronic pain, chronic migraines, nerve damage, and then I also have degenerative disc disease in my neck. So like in my neck, my discs are actually like rubbing. And that all came from that accident. And so I decided, let me go ahead and go back to school, became a health and life coach. And I decided I wanted to focus on chronic pain because I noticed that there's so many people in our community, especially people of color, we have the highest rates of chronic pain and chronic conditions and illnesses. And a lot of it is lifestyle. We don't know what we don't know. And we continue to perpetuate the same cycles, especially in our community where it's like, you either got, let's see here, we got fast food every other corner. You got liquor store every other corner. And we don't have there's so many food deserts going on. It's ridiculous. And we're not really teaching our kids, these are the ways that you can be eating to prevent these things from happening in the first place. And so that's what I basically go into is I teach people how to change their lifestyles and be able to go ahead and enjoy their life again.
That's what's up. So that's interesting that Ken is crazy. No, I'm actually because what you hearing you tell that story made me think about my mom. So back in like 97, 98, my mom was going through them same type of conditions, was going to the doctor. They couldn't tell her what was wrong with her and all that type of shit. So she had got into like holistic health. This is like when Outpost first opened here. We used to stay at the GNC store and she healed herself. You know what I'm saying? I mean, she passed last March, but this was like 25 years ago. And I always felt like we got an extra 15, maybe 20 years with my mom because she took it upon herself. Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? To heal herself. Water. Tommy, you remember that everything was water with my mother. She didn't give a fuck who you was. She was going to make you drink some water. Yep. You know what I'm saying? And so just to hear you tell that story, I lived that same testimony because my mother ran that same plight. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, she sold my vitamins. Yeah. The turkey rhubarbs and all that type of shit. Yeah, that holistic shit. Yeah. My mother was on that Dr. Steppy shit way before it was like trendy. You know what I'm saying? Like that's why when it became trendy, I just used to kind of chuckle when I would see people talking about it and shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like meditation, chakras, all that shit. My mother was on that shit a long time ago. Fish oil, fish oil. Exactly. And
grapeseed oil.
Yeah, grapeseed oil, all that. So yeah, that's dope, man. I didn't. When you were saying you was a lifestyle coach, I didn't know exactly what it entailed, but to hear that testimony right there, I would want to get in line with what you just described. You know what I'm saying? Because that sounds like a way a motherfucker can heal themselves and prevent themselves from being addicted to these things or, you know what I mean, succumbing to the after effects or whatever from the medication. Oh,
absolutely. And that's the thing too, is like I'm still dealing with side effects from some of the medications that I was on too. Cause like a lot of, for example, brain fog. So if for people that know me, I do sometimes take like a pause for a moment. It's not like it's not intentional, but it's because I'm trying to run back my thoughts, because it'd be something as simple as like
Yeah.
you know, but it'd just be like that one word. But it's because I was on so many different medication that was messing with my body and my brain. That's like one of the side effects. And so it's one of those things where I tell people about it. And a lot of times, you know, people are embarrassed about it. You know, they don't want to bring it up or say anything about it. And I say it. And I say like whenever I'm doing speeches and different things like that, I'll bring it up. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna let y'all know right now. It is my story. I'm gonna forget a piece. That's not my, you know, blame it on my mind, on my heart, you know, like, and just kind of like say that. And they're like, no, it sounds like you were good. And I'm like, well, I'm just, you know, if it's something that's in my mind, I'm gonna go ahead and bring it up and say it. I talk about the elephant in the room all the time. So I'm one of them people that I'm an open book. You ask me a question, I'm gonna go ahead and answer. And if it's none of your business, I'm gonna tell you it's none of your business.
So since Black people are so like anti, like, you know, therapy
Mm-hmm.
and things like that, are you having problems getting clientele, or are you picking up clients, or how's it flowing?
It's been a little mixed, you know, when it comes to it, because one thing that I say to people is that number one, it's confidential and it's judgment free. I don't judge anybody, you know, so I'm like, come on in. I'm like, and I, you know, share bits and pieces of my story as well too. Because I say to people like, you know, I'm divorced as well. And so I say, you know, like I'll run back my last 5 years of my life. And I tell them like my last 5 years was hell, you know, but I said, but I'm on the other side of it now, where like I can say the past 2 years, probably about maybe 2.5 years have been amazing.
Mm-hmm.
But it's to be able to show people and just say, hey, you know what, if I went through all this stuff, I get it. I'm able to go ahead and actually like move quicker, because I've talked to some people that they've had these issues for like over 20 years.
Yeah.
And then they kind of look at me. They're like, you only had it for a few years and you were able to do all that. I'm like, yeah. So let's go. Like, let's see what we can do. And sometimes they get to that spot where they're so, and I don't want to use the word complacent, but it's like they're so used to being in that situation, they can't see the other side of it.
Yeah, it's hard to see on the other side or get out your own way.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? When you win some shit like that. So
it's crazy that you described like the hallucinations and whatnot with the drugs that, and then you named a bunch of drugs that are just popular on the street that you can get like top dollar on the street.
Facts.
Oh, yeah.
How people like feel like that's a good feeling to have when they high like that. Like, I mean, what you described sounds terrible.
Man, people love being high.
It's disassociation, because you're disassociating from the pain,
From
and not just the
reality.
physical pain, but also the mental pain that's going on as well too. Because in our community, we got so much stuff going on that it's just, you know, we're trying to, like, if I can get away, that's like they're doing their own Southwest commercial in their mind, you know, literally by taking, you know, and it's like, and I don't judge them, I don't down them for that, because it's like I get it. Because I was in that part too, where I was in a lot of pain, not only the physical, but also the mental pain as well too.
Where does the resilience come from now? Because sometimes you fall into that, like this, I'd rather be here with the drug. I'd rather be wherever that is, because it is disassociation. Where do you pull that energy from? Like, for real?
For me, it's something that I call anchors. And it's actually something that I work with my clients on too, where I look and I'm like, okay, what are the things in your life that bring you joy?
Mm-hmm.
And for me, I got 3 of them, my kids. And those are the ones that, and honestly, like when I was at the point, it's like, okay, I'm done. I need to go be with my mom. The first thing I thought of was like, no, like your ex-husband cannot take care of these kids. And it's like, and I hate to say it like that. I'm like, but he would not know what to do. I said, I'm not going to leave these kids without, I'm like, they've already lost their grandma. They're not about to lose their mom too. You know, they're not going to have like this back-to-back situation go on.
So something to live for.
Absolutely. You got to have something to live for.
Do you hold anything against your dad for not being able to handle that situation?
Not at all, because honestly, I know that he's been strong, like that strong person my whole entire life. And I knew that there's always going to be that one thing that's going to break somebody. And for me, I thought that was going to break me, you know, because I always like, you know, with me, I have 3 fears in my life. Okay. My first fear was losing my mom. My second fear is losing my dad. My third fear is that when I do, you know, be with the person that I want to be with, that they're going to be out before me, that I'm going to lose the love of my life. So those are my 3 fears.
Yeah.
Anything else, I'm not scared, really. Okay, and heights. Okay, I'm going to
Scared of heights?
I'm not going to do like the little rickety bridge that's in China to go across, you know, the little long thing. Yeah, I ain't doing that.
You out too?
Not going to do that.
Okay. Yeah, I thought about the whole losing a significant other, like within the last couple of days. I don't even know why it came to my mind. I was like, well, damn, that would be fucked up. Like,
well, there's a football player that I think his wife died, like a week after they got married or something, or 12 days or something like that, because he did that whole speech and everything. And I was bawling my eyes out watching that. I was like, oh my, you know, it's like But those are the things that, of course, you need to also be able to know what your fears and things are, because some people can't articulate what their fears are. They're just like, they be like, I'm just scared.
Right.
And then you be like, okay, of what? And
you
you kind of probe.
Or you don't even think about them until it happened.
Right.
All of a sudden it happened. You're like, and you just shook.
But even when you think about it, certain things you can't prepare yourself for.
No.
Like even what I just went through with my mother, there was still no preparation for that moment. As much as I thought about it, ran it back in my head over and over again. When it happened, it still was like, what? No preparation for it. So there's certain shit that you can't prepare for.
I always wonder if I would be better off me just finding out that she passed, or being like I was, like you were able to spend the time with her. They're both traumatic. I don't know which one. I mean, if I could choose, I don't know which one I would choose, because I don't even know if I don't even know how I would even be able to handle how you found out. And I found out, like, I was standing right next to my mom and watched her go, and that was like watching a murder almost. Like it was. I mean, both of them are bad, but you never know what you're prepared for till you go through it. For real.
I think just from the deaths I've dealt with in my family, I was a little better prepared when I knew they were sick and it was coming.
And instead of the abruptly, like
yeah. I got a dose of both, because I found out she was sick and she died like within like a month. It happened very
bam.
Yeah, swiftly. I'm still trying to wait. She's sick. She's the healthiest motherfucker I know. She taking all these same vitamins and shit. What the hell? How the hell? But I don't know if I would have been able to take it, her going through chemotherapy. I don't know if I would have been able to take all the, watching her in pain, watching the strongest person I know go through pain. So, it's almost like good, but at the same time, it's selfish too. That's me talking about good. Like,
it's like the lesser of two evils, basically, is what you're looking at.
I am weirdly detached from death and watching people die.
I think you're a robot.
That's a trauma response.
Yes. But I lost my grandmother, my aunt, and both my uncles in 4 years back to back, all from lung cancer. Like they all died. And then my sister passed from complications with lupus. So I grieve, but I'm weirdly calm. And I don't get I've dealt with depression my whole life. And so I try not to get too up or too down. I'm very even keeled. So that I watch people go through losing somebody, and I'm probably not the best person to be around when that happens, because I'm right in the middle.
Everything with all those situations is triggers to shit. So like yo clamming up the reaction to the situation. Some people outburst. Some people drink, some people smoke, some people do all of the above. You know what I'm saying? All of those things are coping mechanisms, but they're also defenses and things that we've created in our minds from hurt and trauma. You get what I'm saying? That's from it not being dealt with properly. And the older you get, it turns into a, you know what I mean?
It turns into another vice.
It turns into something else.
It's triggers and vices, and they're constantly going back and forth with each other.
Exactly.
And just being able to go ahead and really just do that shadow work, because that's really, in essence, that's what shadow work is. Because I know a lot of people are, saying that it's like a buzzword and everything like that, but it's really just sitting there and taking a look at, okay, I'm gonna list all my traumas out. Let me go ahead and list my triggers, and really just going through and working on each of those. And that's really what it is.
Yeah. I've been hearing it a lot lately. Like I heard what's her name, Ayanna Van Zant, and I got her as a topic later on too. But I heard her use that with a family not too long ago on her show, and that's what she was saying to them. Like, y'all don't want to talk about what makes y'all uncomfortable. So you need to write that shit down then. Since you ain't gonna say it verbally, you need to write it down, and we're gonna read it to everybody in the room. You know what I'm saying? And she called it shadow. You know what I mean? So if someone's watching the show right now and they dealing with some of the things that we discussed or any of that, how do they contact you or get up with you, or
Well, there's definitely a few different ways. One is definitely on my Instagram. That's where I'm like the most active. So that's I am chronically resilient. Other area is definitely on Facebook. So you can go ahead, Cassie Vs Serita Val. That's the other one. And also you can email me. And so my email is goalchasers2020@gmail.com. So that's the other way they can get a hold of me too, or you, because that's what's going to end up happening.
For sure. Like, or you can hit me up. Yeah, I got to connect in a contact for you. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, man, if you're just tuning in, this is Episode 77 of the Slick Talk with Scales podcast. Put me in the game, coach, with lifestyle coach Serita sitting in with us. And you know how we do on here. We go through topics and we talk about a lot of pop culture shit and relationship shit. So we're gonna right into it. We ain't gonna waste no more time. Coming to Lux next week, Friday, is the brother Mendices. Well, he is trending right now because if you don't know the story of Mendices, he went to jail back when the Love and Hip Hop New York franchise first started, probably after like season 1. He's like, they spent the whole season going to trial with him, and then like the second season, he went to prison. Anyway, he was dating Yandy Smith, or married, or whatever, fiance, whatever was going on with Yandy Smith or whatever, who used to manage Dipset and all of these artists and shit. So he's back out of jail now. And I guess on an episode the other day, she asked him, if the roles were reversed, would you hold me down the way she held him down? Now, if you want to understand the way that she held him down, she started the whole prison reform campaign based on his case because she thought he was wrong. She thought he got too much time for his charges. So, she's been to jail and all types of shit. When they were treating prisoners inhumane in like upstate New York, she protested with a group outside of jail, went to jail and all types of shit. So she's serious about that shit. And it was really started for her family and her man, the father of her children and shit. He told her no.
Well, he said he didn't know. He said, I don't know. I think
he backtracked and said he didn't know. Initially, out the gate, he said no. Oh. I watched the clip, and then he put out a statement saying that way they edited and what I meant was, initially he said no. You know what I'm saying? So what do y'all think about that? Are you holding somebody down when they go to jail?
I mean, it's shitty, but he spoke his truth. My only problem with what I read online was him. I think something said, or he felt the way because she didn't call him every day. I was like, that's selfish.
Exactly.
But you don't know what you're going to do for 4 years. Like, you got 4 years, like married, or that's a long time.
Yeah, that's a very long time to hold somebody down. I don't know if I'm holding you down 4 minutes, let alone 4 years.
Yikes.
You know what I'm saying?
What did he do again?
He was conspiracy to sell drugs or some shit like that. It was like a RICO case or something. Yeah. Jules Santana got caught up in the same case. You know what I'm saying? Remember when Jules went to jail? Yeah. Him and Mendices went to jail under the same indictment. So
that's all I can say. It's shitty, but that's his truth.
Red said that's bullshit and he a snitch. Shout out Red Man Fat Boys Podcast, man. I had a blast on there with them brothers last night, man. Sheree gonna inbox me and tell me, oh, niggas making appearances without us.
Yeah. I sure did.
I had to clutch pearls. Me?
You booking shows
appearances? You know what I'm saying? I didn't even think about it. They called me at the last minute. I slid on them and did it. Shout out Everyday Media. Dooch was in the building, of course, laughing in the background like he do on all podcasts that he's a part of. But I had a blast over there with them brothers. But that's Red checking in. He said, damn, 4 minutes laughing my ass off. No, damn, I don't mean 4 minutes literally, but I'm saying 4 years is a presidential term. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a long time, fam.
Can go down.
Like, we watched Barack Obama go from his hair like mine to his hair like, a silver fox by the time he came about that motherfucker after 4 years.
They had like 3 kids. One of them only his, so she's taking care of that one.
That ain't even hers.
On top of their 2 kids.
Yeah, on top of the 2 kids he left her with when he got indicted. And he gonna tell her,
He's going to get another bitch.
I don't know if I'm gonna hold you down.
He for sure going to get.
Well, you know what? Bitch. If a motherfucker is doing some dirt and I am with you, and I know you're doing dirt, and you know the result of your doing dirt is possibly you being locked up, that's the risk you take.
Hey, I agree.
That's the risk you take. Hey,
did she know?
Yeah, she knew what he was doing. She knew what
all motherfuckers know when any man doing some dirt.
Yeah, she knew what he was doing.
They reaping the benefits.
She was reaping the benefits of it. She built this career damn near. She put the leg work and connections in, but you need money to fly city to city to connect with artists and managers and do all that type of shit. It take money.
But he didn't let that shit go after he was doing other.
When she got on,
yeah,
he went to jail early when she got on. Now that she's on, now he don't have to do shit no more. Now he home. Yandy up.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So now he good.
I don't know.
But Dame said he did wrong, and them baby mamas put her through hell. That's what Sin said.
They did.
See, I don't watch the show. Y'all would have to.
I watched a little bit of it, but my thing is, it really boils back down to that initial communication that you're supposed to have in a relationship. So if you guys haven't even established like your parameters of what you're going to deal with and what you're not going to deal with, I mean, I'm not mad at him for being like, no, Because
I mean, his
you know,
honesty, I wasn't mad at. I was
Right.
just shocked at his audacity. Like,
and that's where
damn,
I'm at
bro.
too. And that's exactly how I felt too. I'm like, okay, I'm like, wow, but at the same time, I can't fault somebody for for keeping it real.
Like, for example, even because if you flip it on the other side, because how long did Remy Ma? Like 2 years, 3 years or something?
No,
Yeah.
yeah.
She did. Oh, she did 8. So
Yeah.
he held her down for 8.
Yeah.
Everybody ain't him.
That's true.
No, everybody ain't him.
Remy fine too.
Yeah, everybody ain't him, but
I
you
wait,
know.
I wait for Remy.
I'm just
Like I said,
saying,
it
though.
goes
He
right
a
back to
different
that
type of
again.
person. You feel like
I-
that's his queen.
I think men have a lot of audacity to say no
No, I
because
think
we
so,
expect
too.
it.
Yeah, like if
Yeah.
I go, I expect that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If
Yeah.
you don't do it, I guess I have to respect it because that's how the game go. But in my head, I'm initially think like, yeah, if we were together and then I got locked up, you gonna hold me down. You know what I'm saying? Like if you my bitch when I caught this case, you gonna be my bitch.
I guess
through this case.
I don't think I expect it. I don't think
I do. Fam,
Until you do it, you don't know.
So that's what I was about to say, Tommy. I used to think that way until I had a conversation a couple years ago with some brothers who did some time,
Mhm.
and that's what they was telling me. They like when you go to jail, you need everybody.
Yeah.
You need everybody. He
That's
said
what
you don't
you got
understand.
family
He said
for.
you don't realize that until you get there.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? That you need your family and you need your woman.
Yeah.
You need everybody.
If she
And
want to
that's why,
stay,
and that's why I
Yeah.
do everything in the world not to get
Go
there.
not to go there.
Right.
Me too. I'm
Yeah.
the same way
Right.
because I don't even want to have to put my significant others through that process.
Right.
But being black in America, it could happen. Being a
Right.
black man,
Yeah.
especially, but even
Yeah.
being black in America,
Yeah, you
it
end
could
up in
happen
there
at any
on
given
some
moment.
humbug
Yeah, it
shit.
could be some random
Now that's
humbug
different on
shit.
some humbug shit. I do expect it
to hold you down. But
if I'm out
but
there
I'm
selling
saying,
keys,
say if you out here selling keys and she going in and y'all going to Atlanta every week just to smoke hookah at Escobar. You know what I'm saying? That's how hard you balling, Ken. You
right.
booking the flight. We go to Mitchell Airport. You know how expensive flights is out of Milwaukee. We don't even go to Chicago. We go to Milwaukee. Fly to Atlanta just to smoke hookah at 2 Chainz Hookah Lounge.
y'all
That's
niggas-
how hard we ball.
Y'all niggas going to Blues A. I'm going to Escobar.
Escobar. You know what I'm saying? That's how hard we balling. We just went to the A just to smoke hookah.
Right.
That's how hard we balling. I'm doing this type of shit for Shorty. She better hold me
You
down.
definitely expect
When
her
I
to
go to
hold you
jail,
down.
you better hold
Yeah.
me the fuck
Well,
down.
she knows and is fully aware of it, and you should.
Now, if I'm doing some shit behind your back, like some stock market shit,
Mhm.
and you don't know, and you think, and I'm lying, and you like, yeah, all this money coming from work, baby.
Right. So greedy.
And you don't know. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's coming from the podcast.
Podcast is the lick.
You ain't seen Joe Buttons, them, they balling. Lying like a motherfucker. We doing
Right.
some Ponzi scheme. I'm gonna go do a year and a half in the feds. She got a new nigga a week later. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't tell her. That's what she talking about, communication and parameters and shit. And setting the boundaries.
Yeah.
And if you my partner, I shouldn't really be withholding that from you.
Right.
Like
That's
while we
the thing.
pillow talking and I just nutted in you, I should probably roll over and be like, yeah, you know I do this Ponzi scheme with these white
I
boys.
really don't want
And I might go to jail one day. So,
the same
no,
thing
I
though,
just
too.
need you to be prepared though.
Yeah.
and that's the time to tell her because
Yeah,
okay, it's
like-
all right.
So look here, right?
You laying on her
Got
stomach.
that out there.
That was good. Anyway, look here. You know I do this Ponzi scheme with these white boys, you know what I'm saying, from Watertown.
If I don't agree, then what?
And I'm the only nigga on the case, so I might get the most time.
Right.
So yeah, you know what I'm saying? Be prepared.
Just so
If
you know.
you don't
Just so
agree.
you know.
Yeah, if I don't agree with it, then what?
Think about
But
FYI.
you agree, you spending my money.
I don't.
You agree
You
with
reaping
whatever
the
I'm
benefits.
doing if you spending my
You
money.
reaping the benefits.
Did I know this?
when you was whipping the
It don't
Audi.
matter. If when I tell you, you
When
better
you
be
got that
cool with
Tesla
it.
for your
'cause you done
birthday,
spend all
you know
my
what I'm saying?
motherfucking money.
I would have been questioning it if I know your salary.
You be
I could have got it on credit. I got a job and get credit.
questioning
No.
why you driving it or before you drive it.
No.
Right.
If I know how much you make and you pull
You
up
gonna
with
drive
some
it first,
shit
or you gonna come back in it and be like,
outside
"Man,
of
how did
your
you get
range,
this?"
then I'm.
You gonna drive it first, or
You
you,
don't know
gonna
my
come
credit.
back
You
in?
don't know my credit scope.
That's what I
I do.
said.
If you're my husband, yes, I do.
You
Yeah, I
don't
was
know
gonna
my
say,
credit scope.
Now,
That's part of that
husband,
communication again.
husband,
Like, I'm gonna know
husband and
everything.
wife.
Okay, so
hold on.
hold on.
If we talking about husband and wife,
That's why
I got an
said you
experience. I got an
gotta-
Experience boost.
That's a
if
hell
we
of a
talk
boost.
about husband and wife, you better hold me down.
But that's a different level then though too. That's
That-
the other thing.
right.
We're looking at it like. And
But
that's
what I'm
it all
saying
goes
is,
back
if
to
I don't
communication.
agree with you stealing money from your job, what do
Yeah.
we do now?
Yeah.
If you agree with the money,
Who said I agree
Yeah, but
with
if you-
it?
if you-
She said because she
She's
don't
saying
know.
after
She
she
don't
know.
know where you getting the money
What the
from.
fuck was you doing that shit for?
Bro, yeah.
Dumbass.
Yeah, because that's where I'm going with it.
so you telling me
How many people get
you
away
telling
with
me,
that shit?
So you telling me
Not a
women,
lot.
You,
Actually,
you
more
telling
than
me
you think.
women don't know? You telling me women don't know?
You don't know about what?
About where money come from.
Not all the time.
Not all the time.
Oh, y'all know everything else though, right? Y'all sat on this show talking about 99% of the time, y'all right.
But I just said if he starts showing up with shit outside of his money range,
Wait, hold on, Don.
then I'm gonna be questioning where you got the money from. I just said that.
After she drives the Tesla.
After she drives the Tesla.
After she drives the Tesla.
After that motherfucker parking itself.
After she put the Birkin on her shoulder.
Yeah, she gonna come back and be like, so
where you get this motherfucker
where
from?
you get all this shit from?
I don't want a Birkin.
Jerome, for real. Tell me where you got all this shit from.
I don't want a Birkin.
Where you get this from, Donald? Use your full name.
I don't want no
Donald.
Y'all be so full of shit.
How?
I agree with you, Dad.
'Cause I don't want you stealing from your job.
That's full of shit.
But like I said, it goes back.
The communication.
I'm still sitting on the communication.
Yeah, for
That's
sure.
all I sit on.
For sure. No.
But sometimes you in a relationship and you don't have the communication, but the uncommunication, the non-communication is loud as fuck, but they just ain't saying shit.
So what if I be like, baby, I took out a PPP loan.
Okay, but then if you get caught, they come in for our money, correct?
I got stimulated, I got my unemployment, and I got the PPP loan all at one time.
If you get caught, they come in for our money.
All in Arizona.
And no nigga in niggerdom ever had a whole bunch of money and not flexed and made somebody like, where you get that money from? Ain't nobody did that.
Nobody in the history of niggerdom.
None. So you knew from the beginning.
That's why I said I'm gonna ask questions.
I just told you. I've been working overtime. I got a PPP loan.
And then I said, and then if we don't agree, then what? Then nobody answered my question.
Are you gonna tell him to stop?
You gonna snitch on me?
Or you just saying I don't agree?
When the police come, you gonna tell on me?
But I didn't say that. We have husbands.
So if you disagree, that means you're not gonna spend my money no more.
Why is it your money? I don't have a fucking job. Am I a bum?
You ain't making as much as
you ain't making as much as I am.
No.
Because I got a Ponzi scheme.
Well,
how do you know?
Man,
you don't know how much money I make?
Man, I just took out a PPP.
Don't act like the man can be the only breadwinner and make
We're not talking about. We're not talking about.
You ain't got no PPP.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Said.
Don't do that. Don't make
that
this.
What he just said?
Don't make this into no feminist shit. Don't do
That's
that.
That's what you just said.
It kind of did make it sound that way.
That's what you said. Yes.
The whole point of the conversation.
I missed it. Then.
I missed that too. The whole point in the conversation was that I was doing something. I was doing something illegal to bring in money, right? Which means I must be bringing in a bunch of money because it's illegal.
Why do you have to do that?
Because we want some extra money.
Want some extra money?
Then do something better with yourself.
But like what?
My question is, I got the money. You have benefited from the money. Asked questions, got answers. Didn't agree. Do you not agree to the level of stop, or you not agree like that's fucked up?
Right.
I probably want him to stop.
You want him to stop, or you tell him to stop? That's two different things.
I can't tell him what to do. He's a grown ass man.
That's your husband.
I still can't tell him what to do.
That's your husband.
That's your husband.
Right.
No, I can't, because he can't tell me what to do.
Well, you're not married.
Then you ain't married. Right.
He can make suggestions. You can't tell me what to do.
You can actually say, you know what? You can stop, or I'm out.
Yeah,
that's how serious.
That's an ultimatum. That's not telling him what to do.
That's serious shit, though. That's some serious shit. If you that's the degree. That's the degree of how much you don't dislike it. Then, how much don't you
right?
But I still can't tell him what to do.
Good question, Tommy.
I still can't tell him what to do.
So
it's just more or less like you can.
I don't like it. I can suggest, but I can't say stop.
So you fuck with it.
We need to find another way around.
So you fuck with it.
So you gonna hold me down?
So you gonna hold me down?
Basically, you
I ain't say that.
You gonna fuck with it?
You riding that? You riding?
You cannot like it. You cannot like it, but you're not giving me no ultimatum.
Y'all riding in a Tesla of ambiguity.
Yeah.
Right.
You know.
Facts.
Y'all hedging like a motherfucker. It depends.
Maybe I don't know.
If I'm riding with somebody and I love her and she is on some dirt shit and it's bound to get me in some shit, you gotta stop.
Right.
Ain't that what I just said?
No,
you didn't say that.
No, you did not. You said I can't tell him shit.
You said I can't tell him what to do.
You can't tell him what to do. I'm gonna tell you what to do.
Yeah,
don't do that shit no more.
Yeah, right.
I don't want that shit in my house. I don't want no motherfuckers coming to my house. I don't want to go to jail. I don't want to be by myself with all these motherfucking kids because I'm just like your ex. I can't take care of these motherfuckers.
Yeah. Facts.
I can't do hair.
Yeah. Facts.
You gonna have to learn.
Oh, they're gonna be looking raggedy, motherfuckers.
Right.
Find a beautician.
So we
tried to walk that line.
So we telling motherfuckers to stop.
I'm telling him to stop.
So we ain't got to hold you down when you go to jail, right?
I ain't
That
telling
was the
nobody. I
conclusion.
ain't telling nobody to stop shit.
Hey,
Bitch,
I
if
like
you
I like
ballin',
going
you
to I like
ballin'.
going to Escobar though.
That's what I'm saying.
I like going down
Riding Teslas, they park themselves.
there. You know what I'm saying?
You know, women can't parallel park. Or,
Right.
You know what I'm
Okay,
saying?
wait a minute.
That's
Right.
you know what I'm telling you.
I'm the exception to the rule.
I'm gonna get you the
I
Tesla,
love-
baby.
I love parallel parking.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna make
It's
it
so much
easier
fun.
It
on
is
you,
kinda
though.
fun. I
It's
feel
fun.
like a G when I did get
Oh, I
down.
do. Like,
You got hey.
Getting that space
Do you do the
so quick,
grandpa?
moving around, like-
Do you do the grandpa when you
Cigarette
that-
month?
no?
Oh hell yeah!
You got to.
Yeah, I do it. I do it in cars with cameras.
With cameras, yeah.
Right.
Me too.
I do too.
The camera throw me off. What the fuck is this? I don't know what the fuck this is.
Motherfuckers be like, dude, it's a camera.
I don't even
right there.
smoke.
I'm
Hold on,
like,
cigarette. Hold on.
Seeing said Escobar is the shit. LOL.
Yeah, Escobar's the shit.
Yeah,
It was wild that bitch. I thought it was a club.
So my thing is I'm not going to tell you to stop. Here's what I'm going to tell you. After we had a conversation about what you're doing, don't tell me shit else. I don't want to know nothing else. I want plausible deniability from this point forward.
I love you, but you on your own.
Yeah.
I ain't
If
holding.
he don't, I'm putting some of my money.
I'ma spend your money.
In my own account.
Actually, that's where the transparency come in. Like, all right, you get caught up,
Right.
I ain't got your back.
Right, exactly.
I'm not holding you down. You better enjoy that
Okay,
shit.
so what are you gonna do about your money? You gonna put it in
No,
a
I'm
separate
gonna
account?
hold you down. I'm
me?
gonna hold you down. I just
If
ain't.
I'm-
I
if
just
I'm
don't
doing
want
the
to
dirt?
get. I just don't want to go to
If
jail for
they're
what you're
doing
doing.
dirt.
If they're doing the dirt,
And they don't
I
stop.
already got separate accounts. I've never had a
I'm
joint
talking about
account.
whatever's in y'all joint account.
I've never had a joint account. I don't even know what that's.
My
what's
trap
that?
money definitely wouldn't be going in my joint account. With
Nah, it's
First
in,
of all-
it's in Swiss.
I
It's
ain't
in
we ain't
Swiss
talking about
bank
trap
Right.
niggas. We talking about niggas committing white collar crime.
No, so what I'm saying, my white collar,
Yeah, white collar
I'm calling
crime is
that trap.
trapping.
That's a trap too. So what I'm saying is, my white collar crime money wouldn't go in no account that's tied to you in
Right.
no way, shape, or form. The only ties you would have to that money is you probably paid some bills or bought you some shit with the money that I gave you that
Right.
came out,
And
of
that's
that.
gonna be cash.
And that's gonna be cash.
Everybody don't be that smart.
You know what I'm
The
saying?
only thing I'd be upset about is like, shit, damn, now who gonna pay the energy bill? That
I will
motherfucker
have
high
another-
as a bitch.
Right.
That motherfucker be kicking my ass.
I had that bitch. I had that money spread out on 10 different prepaid cards.
Facts.
Fucked up.
Facts.
And
Net
Bitcoin
spin.
and everything.
Three
like
three
that.
net
all that
spin
shit.
cards,
Three
two
net spin,
chimes,
two
Right.
chimes.
Couple
cash
Cash
apps.
apps, Apple,
right?
the
Venmo,
Apple card,
PayPal.
Venmo, yeah, anybody
Right.
I can get a car prepaid joint through.
right?
Let me put a G on there. You know what I'm
Man,
saying?
shit. I have one of them brand new shiny Bitcoin cards.
That's what she just
That's
she
what I
just
just
said.
said.
What's the Killer Mike card?
Oh yeah, the black
The
people
black
card.
people,
Yeah.
the black card, the
Yeah.
green card.
Green-
whatever.
Rush
Green
card.
wires on.
Russell Simmons still make that?
No,
Yeah,
yeah.
Rush card.
No, you ain't got the rush card no
Yeah,
more.
Hey, the rush card, that niggas popping.
For
With
sure.
people,
Dude.
we would have good credit right now if we could have used that for our credit, like how you can use prepaid cards now
Yeah.
to build your credit.
Yeah.
If we could have used the
Well,
rush card to
actually-
build our credit,
I was gonna say you technically can.
yeah, you can now.
Now,
Back before then,
yeah.
the federal regulations
Right,
wasn't
wouldn't allow you to.
allowing it. When Russ was giving us that card,
Yeah,
Yeah.
it couldn't help. It didn't build your credit. It
I
didn't
know.
matter
Yeah,
what
I
it
knew
did.
that from it. Now
Yeah.
I do.
Now
Yep.
it do.
Yeah.
Yep.
Huh.
Nigga, Hulu,
Hulu.
Yeah.
HBO
Get
Max,
your
all them
card.
apps and shit. Jay-Z and them just started some shit where you can that shit can go on your credit report now.
Shit, my shit be like 900 now.
Yeah,
right?
Netflix, all that shit. Your cell phone bill, all that shit.
Because niggas
goes
don't
on
let that shit go.
Right.
Yeah.
They pay that bill. Them motherfuckers-
your- No, they take that money. My Apple Music and Netflix, they take that money
Spotify.
at
Right
gunpoint.
away.
Like,
I'll pay Spotify before I pay anything.
and
That's
they don't
the
be
first one.
fucking around, man. They
I don't understand. I'm y'all got Apple phones. That's why I wouldn't pay for the motherfucking music app when I could just download it all.
On what?
Yeah, Google Play.
Yeah,
Oh.
Google,
Well,
Google
YouTube
Play?
Music
Don't you
now.
gotta pay for that
YouTube
too?
music. I could download it directly from YouTube. Nigga,
Mhm.
On
I
Apple.
don't pay for shit.
on
Huh?
it-
On
it-
Apple.
No, on it.
on a
Samsung.
Android.
Oh yeah,
Android.
that's
Yeah,
that's
that
that's
was
why
Samsung.
that's
Android.
why I want a Samsung. That's what.
Yeah.
That's why I fuck around with it. You know,
Yeah.
What for the music?
for the music, you
Yeah.
download all kind of shit.
Yeah.
I got the YouTube
Yeah,
converter app.
Converter app.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
can download anything you want. Listen to what the fuck you want.
Wow,
Yeah.
I'm an Apple nigga.
That's what I do.
I'm an Apple nigga until this motherfucker's done.
So last night, y'all Uncle Joe, Stimmy Bag Joe, he was on TV giving a speech. They was clapping every time he said something. So I kind of tuned out after about 3 statements because literally every sentence the nigga said, they were clapping afterwards. Like he was Martin Luther the damn king or something.
Mm.
I still ain't
The
heard
cane.
But anyway, He said that the George Floyd Act that I was talking shit about on Tuesday, he said it'll be passed by June. You know what I'm saying? So he said it should be on the books and passed by June. And then he also said that Al Qaeda and all the motherfucking people aren't threats to America. Mass shooters,
hell yeah,
are terrorists and threats to America. Are the highest
I
terrorists
would
and
clap
threats
for that.
Well, no, he
to
said white
America.
supremacists.
White supremacists.
He
Yeah,
said
white
exactly.
supremacists.
And I was
Yeah,
like,
he
I
said
clutched
white
pearls. He
Oh.
said he called them out.
Hey,
mass.
I was like,
it was
woo.
mass shooters and white supremacists.
why people think Joe wouldn't call people out though? Why people
Has
people talk?
anybody went up there and called them white
Supremacists?
supremacists?
No.
Ain't nobody's
No,
ever, like,
no,
called
No
them
one's
out.
ever called it
but
out.
I did not.
I've been saying they've been the biggest terrorists since America started.
Right.
but
The
I
Klan
believe,
is the biggest. I'm more scared of the Klan than I am of Al Qaeda.
I believe that he would be the one who said it though. I have no doubt in my mind that he would say it was on his mind.
But there's also a senator, black senator, Republican senator, that said that racism does not exist and that we need to get over it. I can't remember his name.
The one old fool, and I don't know how he keeps getting reelected. Lindsey Graham, is that his name?
What?
No, the old
No,
white man from South Carolina. You know what I'm talking about? The racist ass dude. I think he in the Klan.
Yeah,
He said there ain't no such thing as systematic racism. That's some bullshit, he said. He said this country was built on liberties and freedoms and shit. So ain't no such thing.
How would he
as
even have the
no
right to say anything?
Fuck
Like, he don't have the right to say a fucking thing about
I laughed
racism.
when I read it, like out loud. I was at work, like reading it on my phone. I laughed out loud when I read it.
We were free slaves.
I want the real niggas to just come through. The real niggas. Like I'm not really a real nigga. Like I ain't out for, those real niggas just out for whatever. Just take these motherfuckers out.
Like
dude.
I wish we could get like a bunch of Django's and
You know what I'm saying?
Mandingo type niggas in Mister from the Rosewood.
You're right.
Like niggas like that. A whole but just a gang of them niggas just one day come through and just wreak havoc on America
Just
for like
dust
a week.
everybody out.
Yeah, just go everywhere in America and just kick ass. You know
Ain't no
what I'm
reason dog is still like kicking in South Carolina.
How? He's been in office like 60 years, bro.
As I keep on.
I think he like might be the oldest motherfucker there right now.
We got folks that's been down south that killed white people and came up to Milwaukee and stay here.
Yeah, exactly.
Where they at? I want them with them, man.
So yeah,
You said it's who's the black dude?
Let me see.
I forgot the black dude name. Is that the black dude
wanna
with the
say-
teeth?
I think so.
He got the fucked up grill. You ain't never seen dude before? He got the mush mouth. Remember mush mouth from Fat Albert? Tommy, remember how much my grill was at Fat Albert? Where his
teeth
gums were bigger than his lips. That's how dude look. No, for real. When you Google him and find him, that's exactly how that nigga look. Uncle Tom ass nigga. That's exactly how that nigga look. Talking about ain't no such thing as racism.
I gotta find this.
I bet they calling you a black bitch right now somewhere in
Well,
Washington
he's
D.C.
the scapegoat. That's what that
You know what I'm
was.
saying?
Yeah.
Somebody right now in the room you in, like, well, I can't stand that black bitch. You know what I'm saying? Probably a nigga too that said it.
Facts.
Shit. We were out, you know what I mean? Moving on from that shit, man. You know what I'm saying?
I'm in the rabbit hole now.
No, you good. Go ahead. Because once you find it, we'll come back to it. 3 men who murdered Ahmaud Arbery, the brother that was jogging in the park that day and they chased him down and shit, have been charged with federal hate crimes. Separate from the murder charges that they're still facing in the state where the crime actually took place. This is what the Fed stepped in and charged them with hate crimes. Shit. So they got Fed charges and shit for the murder of him too. And they're also still facing murder in the state where the murder actually happened. So shout out to that brother and his family. It looked like they finally gonna get some justice on that. What I was leery about, and COVID is giving people a lot of space because they were going to drag their feet on this anyway, is how the fuck are they still fighting that murder?
Tim Scott.
Tim Scott. Yep. That's him with the big ass teeth. You said?
Well, he's covered up in a mask, so I can't see.
Find a picture of that nigga in them teeth. But, yeah, I was just trying to figure out, like, how the fuck are they still even fighting that? And it was on camera and everything. Like,
America.
yeah, right.
Yeah.
Like, that's just weird to me. That shit happened like almost 4 years ago.
Yeah.
Like, how the fuck are they still fight? Like, how did the feds charge them in the state that murder happened at? Still ain't charged these.
Which one is this? The
motherfuckers
dude that was
jogging.
jogging?
And they chased him down in their
Oh,
truck
right,
and dude
right.
blocked him in with the truck. And,
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So those 3 bastards. I hope where they at got the murder. I mean, got the death penalty or something. I hate them. I hated that video. Like George Floyd
I
fucked
never
me up,
watched
and
it.
that video fucked me up too, because I just felt like he was prey. You know what I'm saying? They treated that nigga like he was a deer, and it was hunting season or some shit. Like the way dude blocked him in with his truck, like that was just so. he didn't have nowhere to go. Like he had to die. Like only other option was to die. Like he couldn't fight all 3 of these niggas. They had guns and shit. Like that shit was just crazy to me. So shout out to his family, man. Hopefully they get some real shit done behind that, man. That's some wild shit right there. Shout out to the rapper Travis Scott. I want to air horn and applaud him for this. Last year, he agreed to pay the tuition for a semester of 5 students at every HBCU in America. So shout out to him to that. And now he has a foundation where he's going to do that annually every year.
What?
He's going to take 5 students from every HBCU in America.
Wow.
For a semester. Pay their tuition for a semester, but that's major.
A lot of money.
Yeah, it's a lot of money, and it's a lot of kids, too, that he's helping by doing that.
It sure is. Because
that's amazing.
At black colleges, ain't no money.
No, we struggle to pay. That's the hardest
poor.
thing about them staying open and all of that is that we struggle to pay the bills to be there because financially we aren't in the upper class.
Right.
Yeah. So it's only so many loans and grants we can
everybody
get.
fighting for the same money.
Yeah, everybody fighting for the same money out the same pool. So shout out to Travis Scott in his camp with that. He started, like I said, off of that, he started a whole foundation where he's going to be doing that for students annually every year. So shout out to him for that. I want to salute him on that. Also on some I always got a wild story. Georgia man.
Not Florida.
Not Florida.
Not Florida, man.
Yeah,
Not Florida. I think them Florida niggas might be moving to Georgia. It's only, it's like Wisconsin and Illinois. It's only a border separating them. So yeah. So this brother is facing 20 years for setting a woman's car and house on fire. The story behind it is, I guess the woman rejected him. I believe they were dating at one point in time, and she rejected him, so he broke into her house while she was at work or something and burnt it down and set the house on fire and set her car on fire. The girl also has a roommate, so I believe some of the roommate things were damaged also. But yeah, so Georgia man, he's facing 20 years for doing that to this chick. You know what I'm saying?
He was sad.
Wow.
You gotta just find somebody else.
Ladies, what y'all doing in that situation?
That's insanity. That almost kind of scares me to the situation that not too long happened here, though, too.
Yeah.
The guy that set the girl on fire.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's all that domestic violence stuff. And I mean, for me, I actually am a domestic violence survivor. And I think I mentioned that too, so going back to my story, I had all that going on. And on top of that, too, the ex that I was with also became abusive.
Jesus
so I had that
Christ.
going on at the same time, too.
He need his ass whooped.
Yeah. But I got restraining order.
Facts.
So, I'm good on that part. So I got it's public knowledge. You can see that.
How
It's
am
on
I
there.
going through shit and you want to put your hands on me?
I'm going through some life shit. Like I might not even survive this shit, and you want to be on that? Like,
Right.
That's the top thing.
Yeah.
Crazy.
How long ago was that?
This was 2.5 years ago.
Okay.
Because I actually ended up getting this tattoo to cover one of my scars that I had.
It's perfect time for a cat to roll up and be like Shy.
Baby, yeah.
Comforter.
Oh, I'll be your comforter.
No.
I got you. Don't worry about it.
She said, and no.
Niggas just rolling up. Like, yeah.
Yeah, I was actually trying to find the story. For some reason, I can't find it right now. But yeah, I was trying to read the entire story because it was pure tomfoolery what the nigga did. But yeah, man, he faces 20 years for arson and some other shit, I believe.
She survived, right?
She wasn't there.
Okay.
He did it while they were at work. Her and her roommate were at, okay, here we go. Right here. I think I found it.
There's some cowardly ass motherfuckers in the world.
Georgia man gets 20 years in prison for setting fire to home and car of woman who rejected him. Jarrell J. Wilson of Union City was found guilty on Monday of arson in the first and second degree and simple battery. His trail of destruction began on September 10th, 2018. Jesus.
Oh, wow.
When he confronted his victim via text about her new boyfriend. The following day, he sent her a photo of the World Trade Center burning during the September 11th attacks.
No.
Toxic. That same day, Wilson broke into the woman's apartment and set her bedroom on fire while she and her roommate were at work. Wilson also stole her television before leaving the home, which was completely destroyed in the flames. Several weeks later, the woman accidentally dialed Wilson's phone number while driving a friend to the in-town suites on Highlands Parkway. Wilson went to the hotel where he physically attacked the woman before setting that car on fire also. He then texted the woman to apologize shortly after.
And then
Did he
apologize?
Did he have Bluetooth? How he find
Wow.
out? Was he tracking her?
I don't know. Was her location on or something? Like, what the
Must have
fuck
been
happened?
something.
I don't know. But
Wow.
so
I apologize about beating your ass the other day.
I'm
for
sorry.
setting
I'm
shit on
sorry.
fire.
Sorry,
Setting
baby.
all your shit on fire.
You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Yikes.
And,
You gonna pay for this shit? Why you apologizing?
I guess so. I don't know. In other news, COVID vaccine pill is on the way. So we won't be taking the shot anymore. In a minute, you'll be able to take a pill over the counter to get vaccinated. So they said it'd be out by like October or November of this year. So they're moving on from the pill, from the shot, and now they're gonna start giving you a pill.
Wow.
To be vaccinated from COVID.
This is the greatest leap in medicine known to man.
Yeah, right.
Fastest vaccine
Seen ever.
took it from shot to pill all in less than a year.
Yeah. It was COVID-19. It's 2021, and they got all of this shit going already. It's early 2021. We
Right.
ain't even made it to the summer yet.
Jesus
You know what I'm
Christ.
saying? So, yeah. In some other news, Willow Smith comes out and says she's polygamous. And her mom in front of her mom and her grandmother. And the grandmother was apprehensive to it, but of course Jada Pinkett didn't have a problem with it for real. So,
You don't shock me.
Polygamous,
yeah.
Polyamorous.
Polyamorous.
Yeah, polyamorous.
Bisexual.
Yeah, that's why she's
Queer.
Her explanation was she can love whoever the fuck she wants to love. She said that she doesn't feel there's any barriers or boundaries on
All
who you
that.
fall in love with.
Open communication.
Yeah. And she said it doesn't matter if she said she could be in a relationship with 3-4 people at one time.
All that.
So, what would you do if your child told you that? What would be your reaction?
I don't care what you tell me, as long as you living in your truth, not a pedophile. I'm not gonna agree with that one.
Never.
Yeah.
But as long as you being honest and living in your truth, like what can I say?
And protect yourself.
Yeah.
Interesting.
What'd you do if
It's
your
w-
child said that to you?
I don't know what I would say. I would be shocked. I don't know if that's. I don't know. She's young, so I guess she probably could outgrow it after a while. I don't think it's like a dangerous lifestyle, like she choosing to do drugs or no shit like that. So as long as she's careful, I guess I would have to support it.
Reluctantly.
Yeah, reluctantly, absolutely, definitely reluctantly.
Well, then I got a follow-up question because I know you have a daughter.
Mm-hmm.
Would it be a difference for this boy?
See, that's what I'm saying. That's where the double standard comes in.
Exactly. That's where I felt it was coming in. That's why we gotta roll it back because it can't be a double standard.
I have a girl and a boy, so I would discourage both.
I might deposit some money in his bank account just because. Like, son, you're making me proud.
Toxic.
Right on.
He's so toxic.
Yeah, my son. With my daughter though, hell no.
So she can't have a girlfriend and a
Nope,
boyfriend?
she can't do none of that shit. None of the above. She can't even have a boyfriend. But that's a whole nother conversation.
Okay, she gonna do what she want when she grown and out your house.
Anyway, there's a statement going around the internet. A woman said, "Poor men don't understand men spending their money without anything in return." She said she went on a whole ass Jamaica trip and didn't pay for shit and still ain't getting a man no ass to this day.
I don't agree. Some niggas with money still be stingy.
Yeah, that's just one of those.
It's just the person.
She got lucky.
Can somebody go all the way to Jamaica with you and not give you no ass down?
No.
I've said this before. It shouldn't be
I might even fuck
expected,
you
but
on
I'm
your
also
period
not
in
going
Jamaica.
if I don't plan on giving you any.
I might fuck you on your period in Jamaica. That's how serious it is. You got to give me some pussy on this vacation.
I'm not going if I don't plan on doing that. Like, that's pointless.
Wait. It's like I Bree sat in here and said, like, y'all got to stop taking advantage of these men. It's just got to stop.
Because then they're going to start burning your houses down.
Right. And your car.
On your car.
And then apologize.
Then apologize.
Was it discussed ahead of time?
What, the coochie?
Because
was it a
niggas
contract?
probably just assume.
I can't. I'm like, okay, just like you not going.
But I also started with don't assume.
If you not, if you, like you said, you're not going if you're not having plan on having
because that's
sex.
too intimate.
So
of a
I'm not
setting.
taking you. We not going if we not fucking.
But did y'all talk
I'm not
about
taking
that?
no rando to Jamaica.
Yeah.
I'm not taking some random to Jamaica.
But
Whoever
people-
goes to Jamaica with me, without even being said, we know that we gonna fuck each other.
But people
That's
do
what I'm
that
saying.
though.
Yeah, obviously. Look, that's where this statement came
wouldn't.
from.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not going if I don't plan on doing that because that's too intimate of a setting.
Facts. That's a vacation. Like that ain't just a vacation. That's a vacation.
You can't not even a girlfriend. Like,
No, you can take your girlfriend if y'all fucking.
y'all gotta be that's a special trip. First of all, Jamaica's a special trip.
Yeah, it is.
It's not just a random. We've been dating for a month.
No, yeah, like
I'm
your
gonna take
real
you to
girl. Like,
Jamaica.
yeah, you're serious.
See, for me, it's
situation.
like a yes or no because I'm like I mentioned, I'm West Indian, so that's like me going in the backyard. So
Okay.
Jamaica ain't gonna be nothing to me. That's like let's go drive down the street.
Yeah,
Now, if we go into like Italy, if we in
Paris,
Greece,
or
right?
shit
We
like
like
that.
going, we in Mykonos and all that kind of stuff like that. Yeah, that's a whole conversation that we need to have before we step out. It's not gonna be what's understood, and spoken, all that stuff. No, we gotta have a whole conversation. Like, just so I need to know how I'm packing my outfits. I need to know what we're doing here and what's going on.
Yeah.
Because I'm with you. I'm like, I'm not gonna go if I already know what time it's gonna be.
Like just on some. I mean,
We doing it on the balcony, like
yeah, people be that thirsty. People be that thirsty to go places though. Like they'll just go with a motherfucker because they that thirsty to go somewhere.
They will, but I'm not.
And then what?
Y'all see my face.
And then what? Wrap yourself in the cover in the bed.
Like you gotta travel with a motherfucker, be in the airport with them, and all that type of shit. Like that's a lot of time being with somebody that you won't even plan on being like intimate with.
Bed in the room.
Yeah. Like you don't even plan on being intimate,
right?
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. That's
you got to spend that whole time. He trying to do you every night.
Yeah, like
no?
You telling them no. That's what. So this now. Let's go there, Cherie. Let's unpack that. What's going on this trip? No, for real. Like, because that's where my mind went immediately. Like, what is he doing on this trip that he spent all his money? You here with him? I'm sure you looking nice and shit. I'm sure y'all drinking and. What is he doing every night when y'all go to the room? Like,
right?
Is every night he like, okay, tonight this is the night right here. Nigga probably in there stretching.
First of all, we doing it before we even going on any adventure.
Come on, like soon as we hit the room, damn near like the resort, like before we unpack our shit, let me get a quickie right quick just to bless the room,
right?
So I know the temperature, the vibes of this weekend. Oh, you freaky this weekend, baby. You know what I'm saying? Or you just regular sex this weekend. You let me crack that motherfucker as soon as we walk in this room. I know what time it is. That's shower action, pool action, balcony action. It's lit. You see what I'm saying? I don't get that. You know what I'm saying? Tamika, what you missed is this young lady said, poor men don't understand men who spend their money and don't expect anything in return. She said she went on a whole Jamaica trip with a nigga and didn't give him shit while they was there. No ass, and still ain't gave him no ass since they got back.
Hopefully that's her first Jamaica trip and last.
And see, this is the thing.
She didn't told on herself.
This is the thing.
Nothing about nothing.
I'm not putting the price on your coochie. You know what I'm saying? I'm not doing that to you ladies. I'm not making everybody a prostitute. You know what I'm saying? Everybody ain't Pretty Woman. I'm not doing that to everybody. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, no. Nigga made effort
for that.
Passports and plane tickets. That's an effort.
Yeah.
That takes thought and effort. I was thinking about you when I playing this shit. You know what I'm saying?
That's a lot, man. That's
right. It's like, what's going on in the world?
Bro can't even say that.
Women are weird.
So that brings me to this, ladies.
I mean, he the weirdo too. Because how far was y'all dating?
Because like I said,
is this a first date or is this like
what is he doing the entire?
She didn't give you no coochie, so you ain't never had it.
And you paying for trips to Jamaica,
right?
You know, but we seen somebody do something like that, right?
Yeah.
You know, personally.
Yeah.
You know, they paid for a $2,000 date and had never even smelt the coochie or nothing. So you know,
didn't we put a gag order on that?
Oh, my fault. I thought we lifted the gag order.
No, we didn't.
Oh.
You lifted it and then
I thought it expired.
No.
It's like got a time limit on
No.
it. You sure?
Nope. Permanent.
Damn. But I'm just saying though, that's kind of like the exact. She said he would have at least got some sloppy toppy. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I said, I'm doing you up on your mother nature. If I'm taking you to Jamaica, so you give me some on your period.
Look at her calendar and plan around.
But what if I surprise you?
Red light special.
You don't know.
Then
You know
I'm
what I'm
gonna
saying?
let you know.
Yeah, hit you with that TLC. You know what I'm saying? So that brings me to this: alpha males versus simps. There's been this like debate going on online, and it really came down to women. It was either you're submissive or you're not. That's what creates either an alpha male or a sucker. What do you think,
No.
Don? I don't understand.
So okay, alpha males versus pimps.
If she ain't gonna submit,
submit to you, you a simp. If she submits, then you're an alpha male.
That's not true.
No.
Y'all don't agree with that?
No. Not at all, actually. I don't think a woman has anything to do with whether or not a man is alpha male or not. You have everything to do with, being a simp, but not being an alpha male. You can control and be the man that you are as an alpha without a woman's approval, if that makes sense. Like,
I mean, I think they saying the alpha male as far as dealing with women, not just an alpha male in your day-to-day life being a man. They saying the alpha male as far as dealing with women.
I done seen plenty of alpha. I done seen men who I think are alpha males be
suckers. Simps.
Yeah, be suckers. Yeah,
and not sucking.
It depends on the woman.
Not sucking in a negative way. We just saying a sucker for your woman.
It depends.
As a nigga should be,
right.
Unless you want to lose your woman. Shit, because somebody else would be a sucker for her.
And then people talk about simps. Like what is a simp? Like
niggas who do too much that they feel do too much
for a woman, yeah, or let that woman talk to them any kind of way or run over them.
This is where we get into the area of toxic masculinity and
facts.
What we consider to be strong and weak. It's even as an alpha male, it's okay for you to be weak for your woman.
Facts.
Like, that's your woman.
Yeah, like your children, your woman, them probably like the people you can show sucker times and shit for. Your family, your mama, you know what I'm saying?
Let's remove sucker out of it though.
I mean, we use sucker. We use.
I know.
Yeah, we use sucker like we use hoe over here. It's a term of endearment. We don't mean it.
It's just like I think that's what kind of messes with men's minds.
John Wood said a simp is too submissive, not just being submissive in general. He's saying too submissive.
It's still subjective because I've seen posts where it's like somebody took a screenshot from Twitter or something, and a guy is like, "Well, I spent this amount on a date, and after this date, I ain't hear from her again." Some guy will call him a simp because he felt like, "Oh, I'm not spending that much ever,"
and then not hearing from the bitch again.
So how do you simp because he wanted to take her on a nice date?
But I'm saying, how do you know that? Because that could happen to you at any moment, my nigga. With any female that you dealing with, you could get played that same way.
He feel like he better because I'm not spending that much to begin with.
Also, he not even finna get into that gauntlet because he ain't buying a bitch a 4 for 4.
Yeah.
That's toxic masculinity.
It is.
Ken, you back? I can ask you this same question. What we talking about is alpha males versus simps. You know what I'm saying? So do a woman make you an alpha male or a simp, or are you one just on your own?
I think the female.
Yeah, that's what I think we kind of came down to. Yeah, they do.
Yeah, I've been in situations where I didn't have to do nothing. I didn't have to I didn't have to say shit. And she was doing everything, and I was like, I felt like a simp because she was. So I tried to, like, wait, hold on, you ain't gonna do everything. Let me change the tire, move, bitch.
Yeah.
That's my job.
Yeah. Let me screw in that light bulb. Get your ass off that lap.
I got it. Extra independent woman.
Yeah.
They create alpha males in some cases.
But then it also goes the flip side because I actually just put out a video yesterday about your independence becoming a hindrance.
Facts.
Yep.
So that's the flip side of it too. Is that you gotta be really mindful of that.
It also makes you selfish.
Yeah.
That independent shit can be to a fault at a certain time.
Yeah, it's a trauma response.
Yeah, it's a trauma response.
It absolutely is. It absolutely is. My ex won't ever admit it, but
it's definitely a trauma response.
Yeah.
It's a trigger.
Mm-hmm.
It's triggering me right now. Think about that shit.
Well, you
But
know,
yeah,
you need help.
yeah. If you love,
You know what I'm saying?
let me
I think somebody to fix my life.
let's school the fellas on this, man. If you love your lady, that's not being a simp or a sucker. That's actually being an alpha male. Alpha
Yes.
males love their women.
Right. And we'll say it and openly show it.
He said it's toxic masculinity when a man tries to act like he
Absolutely.
won't compromise at all when it comes to women. Like he always have to be in an advantageous position.
Yep.
Shout
That's
out
true.
John Wood, man, with these dope angles. That's
true.
exactly how I feel, John. You know what I'm saying? So you hit it right on the head. Like I'm not a bitch ass nigga. I'm not going, you know what I'm saying? I stand on my 10 toes. I said what I said, but it's also times where you have to be submissive to your woman. Like that's just nature.
I mean, admit that you're wrong.
I mean,
Alpha male.
even though they never do
We're
that.
always wrong.
Yeah, we're
always
99%. Remember, we had a panel full of women come right here and look us in our face and tell
We're
us
wrong
that shit to our
99%
face.
of the
I was gonna
time.
say, that's not all women, because I would sit here and admit that I'm wrong. I have been wrong.
And that's
I
why
know
you're
I've
the
been
caramel
wrong.
Sunday.
Yeah, you can't remember Sunday.
Whatever.
The ice cream man is coming. Chocolate pecan butter deluxe.
Right.
So an alpha male is a leader, and a great leader knows how to follow.
Yep.
And they know when to be submissive.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's a part of your being charismatic as a leader. You know how to adapt
Right.
Yep.
to the people that you're dealing with. You know what I'm saying? So, ladies, this is another one for y'all. How do you choose a chick for a threesome?
I'm not.
You're not.
Mm-mm.
If you ever did though, what would be your parameters?
I don't even know because I'm not.
You just.
I don't
not?
even know what to. I don't know because I'm not. I just don't know. Well, like, what am I looking for? I really
the
don't
gays go around and
know.
be like,
Yeah, you next.
Yeah,
You
she
the other
answered
lady.
you next.
Yeah, you the other lady in the room.
Look.
Yeah, you the other lady in the room. You feel me?
For me, that is not a preference
Yeah.
for myself.
Mhm.
And I hate to sound like this, but would it have to be a person that look like me?
Yeah.
Just like have to be
No,
like me
no,
looking
ain't
for
nothing wrong with that.
But it's like it would have to be like me looking for myself. But it's like, why am I gonna look for myself when I'm right here?
Okay.
So that's why I'm kind of like, I think I'm good. Are you okay? like, I'm
Like,
like,
I don't even know what to.
Like, you good?
I really don't.
You don't.
I don't know what to look for.
So Megan is in goals.
Like
for
if
you.
we just out at the club just looking for a one, like what? I don't know.
I'm saying you and your significant other, you have given him clearance for the threesome, and he's like,
Okay.
"Baby, you got to pick though."
That's what I'm saying.
So now, what are
I
you
don't
gonna do
know,
when he puts the
but-
ball back in your court to pick? Now, what are you looking for?
not another woman because I'll bring another man.
Oh shit! Ew. Yeah. Offers off the table, and it's gone.
Ew.
Well, that's fantastic. We can put that check in a money market mutual fund. And we'll
Yeah, the
reinvest
offer
earnings
is
into
gone.
foreign currency accounts with compounding interest, and
And
it's
it's
gone.
I'm not doing it. I said if I agreed to it, it would have to be like out of town on vacation. I wouldn't do it here.
So that's
Of
what I'm
course
saying.
not.
We out of town on vacation. What are you looking
I
for?
don't know. Aside from a big booty and she pretty, I
There
don't
we go.
know.
Okay, so that's
Big
my answer.
booty
That's
and
what
shit.
she's
I don't
looking
know
for.
how to pick up on if she bi or lesbian vibes. I don't know.
Oh, I don't know about that, but I'm just
Hey,
saying, what are
hey.
you looking for? You
You
don't
wanna
have
know
to
a
know
secret?
all that part.
You want to know a secret?
Oh, I like
It's
big
just what you're
butts.
looking for.
You know the secret?
Mm.
You all are.
Okay, I like big butts, and that's it.
Yeah, all women are gay.
All
You know
women
that's
are gay.
you know that's
We're not
our
gonna go there.
scientific theory that we came
We're-
over here at the Slick Talk with
I
Scales
need,
podcast.
I need a if then because on your theory.
You need an if.
Then because, like in science class,
Okay,
about how all women are gay.
they are though.
If
If what?
a woman is by another woman when she is looking attractive,
then
they are always gay.
Because
because
they want the same thing we want.
Right.
Facts.
no.
The same
We don't all want
thing. The same thing with women. With other women is the same thing with women in attractive men and ugly men. An ugly man hit on you is sexual harassment. A fine nigga hit on you, you flattered.
Come on.
An ugly bitch hit on you, sexual harassment. Fine bitch hit on you, you are flattered. That's how vain women are. That's exactly how that go.
Yeah.
Men, we stupid. We'll fuck anything. You know what I'm saying? Ugly, we don't care. It's got a hole there. Y'all, on the other hand, it's vanity. 90, I would say about 80% vanity for y'all, because y'all like some ugly niggas too. but it's 80% vanity for y'all. So if a bitch is pretty with a big booty, you going.
Mookie just
If
Mookie
it's
just
10
said
of them in the club, you going for all 10 of them.
Like Mookie just said it in the comments.
We all
all
gay. Yeah, they are.
We're not.
Yes, you are.
I said
Anything-
25.
Huh?
I said 25.
No,
25%.
all anything pretty with a big
Gay
booty.
means I like women.
can get
I
you.
don't like women.
You like
Anything.
Saying bye.
And
Bi.
don't say anything.
And there's no such thing as bi. So
Don't
you're
say
gay.
anything.
Yeah, anything with a pretty face and a big booty, you going for 'em.
No.
That's what you just said.
No, I didn't. I said that's what I would look for. I said that's what I would look for.
That's
I
what you're
didn't say-
attracted to, right?
Right.
That's what I be in
I
the
didn't
club
say
looking
I
for.
would be going.
Motherfucker.
Yeah.
If I said what the fuck I was looking for about some nigga, I'm gay.
Yeah.
Exactly. Period. Period.
Ain't no.
City
Ain't
girls.
nowhere
Period.
else.
Big
Right.
period on that.
Yeah.
I'm looking for Muscos.
Yeah.
Gay.
So my answer should have been nothing. He asked the question.
She said,
That would have been my answer. I ain't
Mookie
looking for
said-
no
Sheree,
She
you're a
said
part
you're
of
a
the
part of the
95%.
I'm
95%.
25.
That's
The
gay.
fact
Nah.
that there's like, I'm looking for this.
Yeah.
Gay.
Right,
'Cause
that
Ain't,
makes you gay.
ain't nothing in my head saying.
Even
shit.
Cassie said she looking for something that look like her.
Yep.
Hey.
Yep.
Yeah.
I
But
sure
that's
ain't-
not our first choice. This is only for this particular.
Yeah, this is what in your
Right.
gay moment,
Like, this is just-
which is most of the time.
no.
Yeah.
Lord.
real niggas don't have gay moments. Period.
It's a double standard.
Is
That's
it?
all
It's
it is.
not a double
It is.
standard.
It's not a double
Facts.
standard.
It is a
It
fact.
is a double
I'm
standard.
not looking for no beard or no dreads, and I ain't looking for bald head. I ain't looking for none of
Y'all-
those damn factors that y'all look for. I'm not interested.
Y'all grab each other titties, ass.
Send each other nudes.
Right.
If
Yeah.
a nigga sent me a dick pic, that nigga gay.
I might
man.
shoot you, fam. Don't send me no dick pic.
That's why I said it's a double standard.
Right.
'Cause
Like,
we're
fam,
not
look, I
saying-
was beat
we
up
don't
today.
do
Right.
this.
Like,
Fam, I see you
If I
packing,
send
fam.
it to
What
my
you-
friends, it's not to be like, hey, I want
You got a
to
dick
do
pump,
you.
nigga?
pause.
So my second part of this
Gay
question
talking
was,
about
if a girl has sex with another girl, is that cheating? Like your
Yes.
girl has sex with another girl, is that cheating?
Yes.
That's cheating.
It's
Yeah.
cheating. Yes.
if it's not a polyamorous situation.
I know too many niggas who lost their significant other to
I saw it.
another one.
Mookie on time. Mookie had like 15 girlfriends. And I told her she can have one other
She's a
aside
player.
from her boyfriend.
She's a player, huh? Mm-mm.
And I don't believe she didn't scale back.
So that's cheating.
Yes.
Yep.
Scales don't think it's cheating.
Grinding coochies is cheating. Huh?
Yes.
Yeah.
Bumping coochies is cheating.
Unless you okay with her other girlfriend.
Which then now you're in a polyamorous situation.
That's not cheating, y'all. In a
So then
relationship.
that's
not
not
cheating,
cheating.
right? You now we're in a relationship
That's a
together.
relationship.
I'm saying so them two people fuck without me. That's cheating?
Yes.
Mhm.
You don't know about it yet.
Yes.
No, I'm saying I know about it though.
Then no.
Oh, if y'all together, if
I'm
all
not
three of y'all
there
together,
though. I'm at work and they fuck.
I believe it's cheating.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. Thank you, Don,
I
for
believe
helping
shit.
me make this
Are
a
you in the
debate.
relationship or is that her girlfriend?
We're all three in this. We all fuck.
Right.
I don't think that's
One day
cheating.
I go to work, y'all in the bed, y'all fuck
How is that
while I'm
cheating?
at work.
The
It
three
sounds
of
like
y'all
you're
in a
just
relationship.
jealous.
Pretty
That-
much.
Like, that's what it
He
sounds
mad
like.
he
that
wasn't
might be a
there.
part of it too.
That's part of it.
That's not cheating.
That's
Y'all
not
can't
cheating.
fuck without me.
Yes, they can.
Unless that's a stipulation that's set up in the contract.
Thank you. Exactly.
And they probably not agreeing to that.
Mhm.
That's how you feel.
They bumping coochies without you. They ain't finna wait on you.
That's cheating.
That's
No,
cheating.
it's not.
Yes, it
You're
is.
jealous.
Because if I fuck her while you at work, then what?
That's why y'all need to discuss this.
If I fuck her while you're at work, what is that?
Is
What's that called?
Devil's
So
pie?
ain't none of y'all ever gonna have sex without all three of y'all being there. Don't nobody got time to be waiting on that.
That's definitely cheating, Sheree.
So
If I
somebody out of
if
town
I
for a
fuck
week-
her while you at work, that's cheating.
how when you're all in a relationship?
Ain't no woman gonna go for that. They gonna say you was cheating. Just like I'm gonna think you cheating if you smash her. If I smash her while you at work, that's cheating.
So if somebody on vacation, let's say one of them get pregnant and she out for 6 weeks, so the other two can't have sex at all.
That's different.
How is that different?
That's different because
No,
she's
it's
pregnant.
not. No, it's not. You just said it was cheating. Either it's cheating or it's not.
She pregnant though.
It don't matter.
That's like being on injured reserve.
It don't
You know what I'm
matter.
saying? She can't play.
No.
You know
Not
what I'm saying?
injured reserve.
Scales, turn your mic up.
That's like being on injured reserve. She
Bring
can't
somebody
play.
in or fit their
No.
I
contract.
said, give me your mic, sir.
Tamika said that's not cheating.
Yes, it
It's not
is.
cheating.
I said she on IR.
And she on IR.
She on IR. Wow.
So the one who can play, you know what I'm saying, got to come do this dick.
I'm not talking to
That
you.
one. You know what I'm saying? That other one. But if I, like I said, if we fucking all three of us fucking, and I go to work, and I mean you go to work and I fuck her, you gonna think that's cheating?
It's not.
Like I said, it's back to the contract again. What's the contract state?
You know, this song is about a threesome, right? Right. Okay. So, it's called Devil's Pie, right?
No, that's if we all fuck.
Yeah.
If we all fuck. Oh, okay. I thought that was Devil's Pie because I'm like, the Devil's threesome is 2 dudes and a girl. That's nasty.
No.
It's all about they fuck passing somebody around.
Yeah.
I could play, it ain't no fun. But, that is it right
Yeah,
here.
that fit better.
Yeah.
Ain't no fun with it went against what we talking about.
Right.
Tamika talking about we just making up rules. I ain't
Y'all
just
are.
making up no rules. That's it. I'm saying these my rules. I don't know what nobody else rules. is.
Now, okay. So relationship wise, if y'all all in a relationship, y'all all together, if they have sex without you being there, it's technically not cheating.
It's not.
In a threesome situation, if I fall asleep and I wake up and y'all fucking, y'all cheating.
If a tree falls in the woods.
Yeah, right. It doesn't make a sound. I'm with either way. That shit is cheating. I don't give a fuck how you slice it. That shit is cheating to me.
So you don't expect nobody in this threesome to ever just go off on it. Y'all all gotta have sex together all the time.
That's
Yep.
the whole purpose.
That's the whole purpose of the threesome.
Yeah.
So she on her period.
That's different, Sheree.
No. you
Yes,
can't
it
be
is.
picking
She's
and
on
choosing.
injured reserve.
He's saying she on IR.
She pulled her hammy. She don't play in back-to-back games.
Right.
She
If-
took tonight off.
She out for 6 to 10 days.
Yeah, she's
Y'all
all
just
she
making up shit.
don't play on back-to-backs.
If you put PJ Tucker in while Giannis is not injured,
Yeah,
that's a bonehead ass move. But
Exactly.
if he's injured, you put him in.
exactly.
Not cheating.
I
Oh my
I
God,
concur.
y'all done.
That's why I got 2 pussies in the house, just in case we had this problem. Now, if y'all both on your period at the same time, now we got a fucking problem.
Well,
you
that
gotta-
actually ends up
That's
happening.
that's what's gonna
I
happen.
heard.
They're
I
gonna
heard.
sync up.
The energy.
I heard.
You gotta have girls and they all be at the same time.
Yeah.
That's why
Mm-mm.
that's
When
why
they come-
polygamists have different houses.
When they come from my house,
Mm.
they don't, when they come
Keep
to my
them
house,
separate.
Yeah, to keep them separate.
garbage be full of shit.
See, Mookie
Pissed off.
agree. Yes, one fuck, we all fuck. Ain't
No
no solo acts.
Wait, hold on.
Cherie want that one-on-one action.
Right.
I don't want
She want to be
I'm
like,
not
yeah,
doing
while
it.
you was at work.
We was sizzling.
She loved me more than you, nigga.
If
You know
I
what I'm saying?
was,
Like,
You know,
damn.
she a toxic female Sagittarius. So
I'm not.
She loves me more than you, nigga. Yeah, and
As
on
long
that
as
note,
I'm getting
man.
mine, I don't care. Are you on
What?
the shirts?
Oh shit.
Good call.
Right?
yeah.
Dawg said since no one can agree, chastity belts for everyone.
Definitely not.
All right, so this is authentic.
Yeah.
Some
Authentic.
Ashley Danielle. You know what I'm saying? Don, give us some details about what's going on with this exactly.
Ashley Danielle's new clothing line drops tomorrow, Friday the 1st. We will be all influencers will be wearing her shirts and advertising for her brand new brand. We just want to support the homie. She support everybody else. So if you're an authentic person, make sure you grab some authentic.
It's the 30th Saturday.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean.
Tomorrow's the
Friday
30th.
night.
Yeah.
Friday night going into whatever. So nerd.
Shout out Ashley, man. Shout out Ashley bringing us teas. You know what I'm saying? That's just like the people who be correcting people's spelling on stats. and shit.
Right.
You know what the fuck I meant.
Grammar Nazi.
Yeah, grammar Nazi. Autocorrect fucks up people's stats.
No,
You do
some
know
of
that.
them just be.
No, some people
listen.
can't spell.
Listen,
If,
I don't know
if
what
you know
the-
that nigga was in LD class when y'all was at King, Cherie, then yeah, we know his stats is fucked up. I'm talking about
Right.
somebody like me that
I
you
ain't
know.
talking about simple grammatical errors.
Okay,
People
okay.
legit. I don't know what it is about rather and whether that be fucking y'all
And
up.
loose
Yeah.
is loose. and another loose and lose too. They
All the
be
days.
butchering.
Lost
They're-
and
they're-
lost.
Lost,
they're
yeah.
the dates, all that stuff.
That bothers the fuck out of me. Sorry for your lost.
Lost.
You asshole. It is lost.
Yeah.
I see so many people say, I rather do the it's
Rather, yeah.
Mhm.
It makes me so mad.
Yeah. So
You know them people dumb.
shout out to the grammar Nazis. You know what I'm saying? Without y'all, I don't know where the fuck we be.
I'm one
But
of
like
them.
I said, this was episode 77 of the Slick Talk with Scalez podcast. Put me in the game, coach, with lifestyle coach Serita sitting in with us. Cassie, we appreciate you coming through. Give up your social media handles and where people can find you at if they want to get their lifestyle coached.
Of course. Well, as you're saying here, I'm actually chronic pain coach, but
Chronic
of course
pain
deals
coach.
with lifestyle.
Lifestyle.
And so I am chronically resilient. It's on Instagram. Also on Facebook is Cassie versus Serita Val. And then also too, if you want to email me, goalchasers2020@gmail.com. And I'll say one more time, I am chronically resilient on IG. That's where you can find me.
And on that note, man, we
Excellent.
out. We will see y'all on Tuesday. I holla.
I've been sipping on ricotta, gon' pop me a bottle, pour me up a drink. Yeah, she been sipping on ricotta, gon' pour her a bottle, pour her up a drink, pour us up a drink. A ricotta, we gon' have a drink. A ricotta, everybody drinking. Ricotta, get you some ricotta. Oh, I've been sipping on ricotta. I've been sipping on ricotta. I've been sipping on ricotta. Ricotta or more. Drink like a boss.